feels tight on my arms for some reason. Feel all that jacking off I've been doing.
Oh, gosh.
Shouldn't look you in the eye when I say it, right?
Yeah.
That's life. It's happy hour at the Banner Bar. So,
let's get into it.
So this is Three Nations. It's one of their Devour flavors. We've had another. I think we had the Mexican chocolate on the show before. This is the Marzipan Imperial Golden Stout.
Imperial.
And it is 8.3%.
Good place to start. Has a nice golden brown body.
Just an immediate scent of like toasted coffee.
Yeah. That's beautiful artwork on the cans. So which remake offends you the most is our question to lead off this night.
Just remake?
Which remake offends you most?
So I guess you could choose like a movie or a song or whatever.
It's just a remake of anything that offends you.
I mean, I'll go ahead and jokingly answer the question. How about Sam Adams' Boston Lager? You seen that?
No, I have not.
Remastered. They made it lighter and a little hoppier.
Really?
Which, it's good. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. It still tastes like a Boston Lager, but I liked that dark brown, a little more malty character. I did.
Huh.
So.
Well, the first thing that hits you on this beer is the toastedness. There's a little bit of it that reminds me of a toasted or roasted. Is it toasted or roasted when you do marshmallows?
Oh, you toast them?
You toast them?
Wait. I don't know.
Exactly. But it tastes like a roasted marshmallow.
Yeah.
To me, a little bit.
With
a hint of coffee.
What is marzipan? It's not like an
idiot. I don't know what marzipan is. That would be something I would have to look up.
I wanted to say that it was like kind of close to nougat for some reason. Okay. That's what I'm thinking. Like something made out of nuts, that they crush down into a powder or something. But you get like a nuttiness. You also get coffee off of it. Yeah, go ahead, man. I thought there were 3 of these Devour beers, by the way. I'm pretty sure there are at least 4.
So you're definitely on the right track of a nougat type thing. Because it's a confection consisting primarily of sugar, honey, and almond meal. Sometimes augmented with almond oil or extract. Marzipan.
That's pretty legitimate then.
Yes. It's like it has a cream ale consistency to it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure if you took a cream ale and put like a coffee creamer in it, like amaretto or something, it's kind of what this tastes like.
It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't drank in a while.
This one's 8.3%, so I hate to pour more, but I hate to pour it out.
That's really good. I think I'm going 7 on this.
I'm going to step all the way up to an 8.
Okay.
I think it's really well made. Not going to be for everybody, and probably a little strong, but you can only get them in 4-packs, so why not? You can see it in Toby's cup more than mine, but it's that malted bubble thing that you get. This is genuinely a well-made beer on top of tasting really good, so I'll call it special.
Okay. I probably should have went higher with my rating, but I'll stick with a 7. It's a great beer. I could see it getting heavy after a while.
Yeah.
Trying to drink you said they're sold in 4-packs, but trying to drink more than a couple.
It's hitting heavy.
Yeah.
Settling like a brick in my tummy. My tummy tum-tum. So remake that offends you the most.
Yeah.
I mean, man, I don't really get upset about remakes
as
much as most people. There's one thing that's consistently talked about. Like, I keep hearing about it, but I haven't seen. It's The Warriors. They're talking about redoing the Warriors film. You don't have to do that. It's timeless. You know, you could say that about a lot of things. I think that's my issue. Is you can remake it. The original's still there. Why do you care?
Yeah,
you can still watch.
Yeah,
the
if you don't
original,
like it, you don't watch it.
Exactly.
Type deal. Mine might be Peter Pan movies.
Okay.
Some of those they've done so many, just continuously remaking. Hook is not in that lineup. Hook was really good. I liked Hook.
I will agree.
But I think they did a early 2000s Peter Pan, and then they just released one very recently. One had lots of color in your clouds, stuff like that. There's a meme out there about it of just deleting all color in the new remake. Maybe Peter Pan's, you know.
Did you experience the Disney originals growing up, or was it just the stage play that you were exposed to?
My grandmother had the stage play. So the animated one, that wasn't what we got to watch.
Yeah.
So it was a weird where the girl is actually a female playing Peter Pan. Yeah, that's the one I watched a lot of.
I was real familiar with the Disney one, but I was never mad about the other one getting played at your grandmother's house. Because all I could think was, okay, it's different. I like it. You know? I keep thinking that's how I'm going to feel about The Wiz if I ever get around to seeing it instead of just The Wizard of Oz, you know? Anyway, so we rated, answered the question. On to the Bee's Knees, which is an IPA made with honey.
Okay.
It's from Martin House Brewing. It's 8% by volume.
8.
And have you seen
Heavy Beers Tonight?
That?
No, I did not see the artwork on this.
This is one of the most beautiful cans ever, in my opinion. It looks like
she's got there's definitely a beehive on her head with the honey dripping down her face.
It's dripping out of her eyes and out of her mouth.
It looks a little dirty.
I know.
That is beautiful. Enjoy that. Let me get my hands off of it. Enjoy that for a minute.
They even put like a bee on the back. Like just underneath everything.
Yeah.
It's
beautiful. If I have it, I'm going to go ahead and pour some.
Do it to it, man.
Both beautiful golden bodies to these first two beers.
Man. It's got like a Candyman vibe on the front. Like an Egyptian Candyman thing happening that I couldn't get over it. We'll turn it around like that. Just so y'all can see the other side of the can and we can...
If you had nothing stopping you, where would you choose to live is our question.
This is making me feel like I'm looking at something I'm not supposed to be looking at. I'll turn that on around. Go ahead.
If you had nothing stopping you, where would you choose to live? That's the next question. I have my definite answer for this question, probably for the first time ever on this show. Don't have to think about it. Don't have to. It's definite. That is an IPA.
Yeah.
Of course.
IPA and honeysuckle is what I'm picking up on the nose. Go ahead. My bad.
But I think the honey pulls down the kick that IPA sometimes has.
Is it citrusy? It smells like it's going to be.
It's still very citrusy, but the honey's not heavy like it would be in like a mead or something.
Yep. Can't be mad at that. That's actually kind of what I want mead to taste like. But it has that hop undertone that IPA has.
This one is hitting me different than an IPA ever has.
I don't even mind the juice characteristic, man. It kind of reminds me of orange juice. You know, like pulp-free OJ.
I'm tempted. I usually rate IPAs really low. That's a 6 for me.
And I'm once again just a little bit above you. I'm going to go with 7 on this one. I don't. And what's crazy is I feel like I could drink more of this than of this.
Okay.
But I mean, I get it. This is it's almost like a dessert IPA, and not dessert in like a heavy birthday type thing. I'm talking like a refreshing fruit type dessert. It's got some honey
drizzled in honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stellar. Like if I had to take issue with anything, and I get why they use the type of hops that they did, but not normally my kind of IPA. But I think if you're gonna use honey, that the way they paired it is really well done. It's surprising that I don't feel like I've had a bad IPA from Martin House yet.
Mm-hmm.
And they're, they make the sours and the pickle beers.
Okay.
That's a lot of Martin House.
So if you had nothing stopping you, where would you choose to live?
Idaho.
Okay. Mine would be Colorado.
Yeah.
I'd go to Colorado. Somewhere on probably the Durango side.
Yeah. Can't get behind that.
Yeah.
Maybe I won't move to Idaho. Maybe I'll just go to Durango and then we'll still be close.
Yeah.
But maybe one day I'll get you up to Idaho with me and maybe your mind will
See
change.
how I feel there? Yeah. Just being in South Dakota, it was beautiful there as well. And I'm
still jealous.
But it still wouldn't change my mind. Yeah. I still love Colorado.
The area around Mount Rushmore was so much more beautiful than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of people realize how beautiful South Dakota and the Black Hills is.
Yeah.
Because even before I was going, people were like, really, why? And not a lot of people remember that's where Mount Rushmore is sometimes.
Until you've been. Yeah, but at least you didn't get stopped by Indians in Ogallala like I did. But hey, at least my Lonesome Dove ass has a story to tell. Next up is another Three Nations beer. This one is the Sucker Punch Tiger's Blood, which I think the other Sucker Punch was a watermelon thing. This Tiger's Blood, it's a Berliner Weiss. And it has a sticker over the AB.
So it's a wheat beer.
Yeah.
That's what the Weiss is, if you don't know. And what'd you say, Berliner?
Yeah. I'm guessing Berlin.
So like German? Berlin type?
Yep. 4.5%. It only registers a 5 on the IBU. So it's not going to be bitter.
I wasn't expecting the hot pink reddish color like it has on the can as well. So you said Tiger's Blood. Does this mean it's like got a blood orange type? What is Tiger's Blood?
I mean, I'm guessing this is where the color comes from, is what they're... Maybe it tells you.
So, Tiger's Blood packs a punch, crisp and light. The flavors of strawberry, coconut, and watermelon in this Berliner Weiss come out of nowhere. It's really hard to read because of the artwork on the can. Be careful, this brewer is going to sucker punch you. That is their statement. So there's quite a bit of fruit going on here.
Yeah, when I first smelled it, I actually thought Boone's Farm. But you said strawberry, watermelon, and coconut?
Yes.
And those come through.
I smell the strawberry more than anything on mine.
It's a beer, though.
It's a beer, but it tastes like somebody dropped a strawberry Jolly Rancher in it and a watermelon Jolly Rancher in it.
Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what...
That is exactly what it is.
I forgot to read our question. Do you think we'll ever be able to taste, feel, and smell at a distance the way we currently can with regard to hearing and seeing? That's a long-winded question.
I apologize. Trying to fit everything in there, but you're absolutely on point, by the way. Jolly Rancher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the old Zimas? Never drank before I was 21.
No.
But
Of course not.
In high school, they sold Zimas when I was around that age. And that's what you would do to give those drinks a little bit of flavor. You drop a Jolly Rancher in it, and that tastes like they dropped 2.
Yeah.
The coconut does not come through very strongly.
See, I get it. So there's 2 things that I wasn't anticipating about this. One, I can tell it's a beer. I get the malty undertones that I really like.
That's what's nice about this one.
Yes. It's almost like a, what do you call it? Malted beverage.
Yeah.
It's almost like that because there's virtually no hop in this whatsoever. But there's also this, if you stop drinking it for a while and you're just sitting on it, it starts to hit your tongue like a pina colada in the back end. It's very, very pineapple oil smooth on the back.
Huh. As I'm getting lower on the drink, there's a little bit of coconut coming through. But to me, the strawberry and watermelon definitely run that drink to what it is. Man.
This is not typically something I would drink. Like, I mean, I would drink it, but I wouldn't go to the store like thinking I need...
That's what I need.
Yeah, I need this Jolly Rancher beer for tonight. But to be what it is...
I also feel like they're trying to go down the sour route.
Mm-hmm. It's very, very
but not
gentle.
Overwhelming.
Yeah, super gentle.
This one's hard to rank for me. Do you have a rating off mine?
I do. I would preface it by saying what I said, which is not typically what I'm going for. So I want to say a 6, but I know realistically it's a 7. I can't believe they pulled this off. And I think there are people out there who, like, if you like fruity drinks and you're looking for stuff that just tastes good and isn't hard to drink.
Yeah, if you drink some of the Mike's Hard Lemonades, or if you drink some of the Smirnoffs or something, but you want something just different, more beer-like, this would be the road to go down.
Yeah, I could see a lot of our previous guests giving this like a
very
9
high
or 10.
ratings.
Yeah. But you?
I'm more between a 7 and 8 because of the way they did pull it off.
Okay.
The way the brewmasters or whatever of this company built this. I'm gonna go 7.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 7 on that. That's different.
Quite a bit better about this one than I remember feeling about just the normal Sucker Punch watermelon. I think it's a more depth of character. So you're walking a fine line here. This is something that beer nerds like us will enjoy the hell out of. But if you just want to drink something that, you know, tastes cool or like candy or something, that's awesome.
I wonder if... I don't like putting lime in my beers like a lot of people do on some of their like Coronas and stuff. But I wonder if a small bit of lime would help.
Yeah, it might.
Kick some of those flavors out a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're into that thing, that might be okay as well, too, on that beer. Is just a little hint of lime.
Yeah.
Kind of a margarita route.
Most definitely. I mean, the only people that it won't appeal to are hop freaks. So if you love your IPAs, and that's why you drink.
That one's not going to be for you. All right. So do you think we'll ever be able to taste, feel, and smell at a distance the way we currently can with regard to hearing and seeing?
Yeah. But that's just because technology advancements and, I mean, things people never would have thought were possible end up being possible, and then it's just norm. But did you have questions for clarifying?
Now, smell you kind of smell at a distance anyway. Things can be kind of distant from you, and you still pick up that.
That's true.
Aroma.
It wafts to you.
Yeah. So it's just, but it's carried on the wind more so than you're able to smell it from the distance.
Yeah, I'm more thinking like
to you than you being able to sniff it out or something like a dog.
For me, it's more like I wonder if Toby's wearing cologne, and my nose is picking up scent like here.
Okay.
This got weird. But that's more where I'm at.
Okay. I think it would have to be something you take.
Yeah.
A medicine or something, or an injection or something, but maybe. I don't know. That one's a hard one to answer because, as you just said, you don't know where science can go sometimes or who's working on what, and is it even something that somebody's trying to look into right now?
And you may have already hit the nail on the head. Maybe we already can, and we just don't realize it or don't understand how.
So, maybe is my answer, I guess.
It's a good one. And I'm going to go definitively yes, just because I tend to think more and more is possible because that's our world. Prickly pear.
Shiner.
Yep, it's 4.9%. It is a beer brewed with, you'll never guess this, prickly pear fruit, and then some natural flavor added. Is this a
prickly, if you don't know, prickly because it's grown on a cactus.
Yeah.
Golly. They also make a prickly pear jelly or jam. That's really good.
Shiner or just like...
Not Shiner,
flavors,
but like companies, people do.
So what's our question?
So our question is, what's the best kind of toilet paper? What is the best kind of toilet paper?
Okay. Well, I got something
for this. You can definitely
this.
smell a not bitter fruit, but fruit that's not sweet either.
It reminds me of pomegranate.
Okay,
Yeah,
I get that.
It's in line with that, like almost a chalky pomegranate. Not that that's bad. It's just that the beer is light, so I'm picking up on the light beer aromas.
It has the Pilsner taste with a little bit more sweetness to it.
Very little. Very little extra. Like they didn't over-sweeten this for the sake of you tasting more of that prickly pear fruit, which I really appreciate. I also appreciate that the beer itself, light's not my style. And from Shiner, definitely hasn't historically been my style from them. Usually it's what I point to as the ones that I don't like. This one has almost a medium body as far as mouth weight goes, which is really nice. You pick up a maltiness, a fruitiness, but it's not super sweet.
Right.
It just kind of paces along. It's nice to drink.
Having had this before, I've always really liked it. It's definitely something I'd rather have in the summertime or even the springtime, but not like in the fall or cold weather. And it's good. Not trying to take anything away from it, but I could see it getting old to people fast.
Okay.
Even though I like it a lot, trying to think of what other people's thoughts would be.
Yeah.
I could see some people just getting tired of it really fast.
Yeah.
For me, it's still a good beer. It's a 6 for me.
And I'm complete agreement. So it's really well made. You might get tired of the flavor fast. I think really what it is that prickly pear is so novel to us that when you taste it, it really stands out.
Yeah.
And when you get something like that, it kind of feels like you're eating some sort of candy that you haven't had in a long time, but it's like the only candy you have. But it really well made beer, and I think people who appreciate beer could definitely drink this in spite of its fruitiness.
Yeah. I think it's novel, kind of like huckleberry would be to us. Up north, it's more prominent. Down here, you don't see it at all. I guess you see more prickly pear. But they even make ice cream up north out of huckleberry. And
yes, they do.
Really good.
Yes, sir.
I would like to try to make a huckleberry beer. I bet that would be good.
We should get some prickly pear, cactus, and some something that grows huckleberry. I'm guessing it's called huckleberry, right?
Yeah.
I'm such an idiot. Yeah,
So,
we should just grow that for ourselves and see what we can do.
Yeah. So what's the best kind of toilet paper, Shane?
Man, I can't answer this question without first talking about the Japanese toilets. If you've seen South Park, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about bidets. I have a feeling that there's a certain kind of high quality ones that really get the job done well. I don't like them.
Okay.
I don't feel like, one, that they clean my ass appropriately, and two, they just make my ass all wet. So then I gotta get toilet paper on my wet ass or something. You know, it's weird. So, number of people around me as of late have had those bidets, and yeah, it makes me realize the flaw in my kind of toilet paper, which is, I mean, I've been buying Scott One Ply for as long as I can remember.
Okay.
Just because I get to choose the level of ply that I need. It actually upsets me sometimes when you go to someone's house and they got like the real thick toilet paper and you get way too much. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Without even trying, and you feel like you just used like a tenth of their roll or something.
Yeah. Okay.
That's me.
I think we use Angel Soft, and I'm okay with it. I don't think I have the best, but
you like what you got.
Yeah, I like what I got. Angel Soft's good enough.
Yeah.
So
if it was problematic, then you'd be looking for something else.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just what you're used to.
I have had a guy at work says, "Man, you need to switch to baby wipes. They're so much better."
Yep.
And you kind of get a little bit of the best of both worlds. You get the paper, but you also get the moisture, I guess you would with a bidet.
But you can't flush them.
Into a baby wipe. You cannot flush them. That would be... We use porta potties at work, so maybe that's the difference. I'm not here to say that people don't flush them. I'm sure they do.
Oh, I'm sure they do too.
But when you have the plumbing system, you really should not flush those. That's true. So,
well, two things.
Anyway.
One, you could go with my Uncle Donnie's recommendation when I was a kid. And I think it was part of a joke, like that he used to tell, but it became like a normal thing he would tell people. What I do is I take one sheet of toilet paper because I don't like waste, and I don't want anybody coming to my house and using up all my toilet paper. So you take one fucking square. It may have been a prison story. I don't fucking remember.
Yeah.
He's like, what you do is you shove that square right in the middle of your finger, you shove that finger up your ass, and then you just clean it off as it comes on out. You could do that.
What the hell was that?
Yeah. See, there's a reason we stay on your side of the family.
Yeah, that sounds like a that sounds like a jail story for sure.
So, other thing I was going to say is that as someone who had hemorrhoid issues when I was younger, and I no longer suffer those, I haven't for a very long time. If you have like scentless, no frills type lotion, you can like squirt a little on your toilet paper, wipe your ass with it, and it'll clean everything off without irritating anything. For what it's worth.
So, moving on to another Three Nations beer tonight.
Prickly Pear went places.
I will hand you El Rey.
El Rey. El Rey is an Imperial milk stout. It is 8.3%. Oh, man. Mexican chocolate, coffee, peanut butter, and bananas. And it contains lactose.
Imperial stout.
Oh, dude.
With peanut butter and bananas.
I almost said it's black as the sun. That makes no sense.
I have a feeling this is going to taste like banana bread.
Can I tell you?
With peanut butter mixed in.
Anytime I ever see banana with relation to a beer, there's a rag if you need it. In relation to a beer, anytime I ever see banana, I always think back to when you first started buying weird-ass beers and you brought that pink one home. It's Rogue. It was Rogue, right?
Yes, it had the elephant on it.
Yes.
Oh, man. I think we've tried it on this show. Or have we not? Maybe not.
I think you're thinking of Delirium. Tremens.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. You're right on that.
But man,
so,
hot pink, look like fucking Pepto bottle, and
yeah, that was rough. But our question is, when are you most hard-headed about not taking medicine? Not taking medicine. I'm going to have to think on that one for a minute.
The Mexican chocolate, which,
oh my gosh.
Which is chocolate with like some chili in it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm picking up. It's got a smoky note to it too, but you throw in the banana.
I smell banana and peanut butter. There's a hint of like dark chocolate there.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling this is going to be bitter. I hope not. I'm not crazy about dark chocolate.
I think it's going to be nutty and slightly spicy. That's mine.
You think so?
Yeah. Smooth would be my guess.
Cheers. The coffee stands out to me and the banana.
Yeah. Coffee comes through.
And coffee and banana do not mix.
I think what's weird is the peanut butter. The peanut butter slowly coming between those.
Peanut butter hits me in the jaw. But peanut butter hits me like...
Oh,
this is a rough one.
Yeah, I want to love it, but
it's not...
Yeah, I don't hate it. If somebody gave it to me, I'd drink it.
There's so much going on there. Like, I take one drink, and I'm like, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And then I take another drink, and I'm like, that's unpleasant. I don't like that at all.
What's the chocolate sauce? I think it's a Mexican chocolate sauce. Like people put on French fries and
French fries,
stuff like that.
I don't know.
That's kind of what this reminds me of. A little bit of coffee in it. The banana I'm tasting the banana less and less, and it's smoothing it out. But you'd think peanut butter and banana would go together really well.
Yeah,
but not with coffee. There is so much going on here that it gets distracting, and the beer base is not my favorite thing. Maybe a little over toasted.
Yeah. I think I could forget this beer and be okay with it. So I'm going to go with 4. It's not horrible. I can't go under a 4. It's complex in a weird way. And I could see where somebody enjoys it.
Yeah, for sure.
But
it's like one of those weird sandwiches that somebody absolutely loves. That's what this beer is.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget it. So I can't give it a 4. I don't think it's good. I do think it's decent, and that like if someone handed it to me at an event, I'd drink it. You know, okay. I got nothing against this beer. And 8.3%. I mean, you're getting your money's worth.
Yeah.
Coffee.
I'm staying at a 4. I can't quite go unpleasant, but I can't go decent either. So when are you most hard-headed about not taking medicine?
Usually when I'm in pain.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
You don't want to be out of pain. You just want to try to deal with it. Is it the manly factor?
I sometimes think that, but more what I think it is when I actually start to think about why I'm not taking medicine. It's because I'm already feeling something I don't want to. I don't want to feel,
drugged. That kind of. Okay.
Or even worse, like there's a lot of pain meds that just make your stomach upset.
That's true. That is true. Okay.
So, what about you?
I don't know. I don't like to be sick. I don't like to not feel good. But
dealing with that COVID cough still.
I am.
It's all good, man.
And I'm 4 weeks out or 3 weeks out or something like that.
I think mine lasted like half a year.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm not very hard-headed about taking medicine. I would probably say more so if I have to drink it. If it's a drinkable type medicine, a cough syrup or something like that.
Then you don't want that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, especially the first time. Now, if it's got codeine or something in it that make you feel good, I'm not so hesitant. But there's some drinkable medicines that would probably be when I'm the most hard-headed.
I'll be like my dumb ass, get up in the middle of the night and go to try to pee and fucking wake up smacking the toilet because you passed out standing there. Yeah.
Dang. So, yeah, probably a drinkable.
I feel that. Okay. Kids can kind of be the same way. Kids crack me up, though. Like, as an adult, like I'm good now because my wife tends to have the anti-nausea medicine on hand for one reason or another. You know, pregnancy, cancer, all that stuff. Because that makes it go away real fast. And that's what I was used to as a kid. Because when we were kids, maybe it was that my grandmother was a nurse. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to get somebody in trouble or something. But we always had Finnegan.
Okay.
Like suppositories.
Oh.
Like if that's in Japan, almost all the medicines they give.
The suppository?
Mm-hmm. Because they kick so much faster. They hit so much faster.
That's interesting.
Man, diarrhea, upset stomach, any of that when I was a kid. It was like Finnegan. All right, we're going to shove this cold, uncomfortable thing in your ass and you're going to feel better in like 20 seconds.
Huh.
I loved it.
Memory unlock.
Yeah.
We did get suppositories as kids, didn't we?
Yes.
I do remember. Oh.
All right.
I remember Okay. Yeah. Sorry. That was a weird memory unlock. That was just freaking...
We're getting a little in tune with our assholes tonight for some reason. Our final beer is the Statement of Purpose from Martin House, which is a peanut butter golden stout.
Another peanut butter.
It's 8%.
I'm glad we started where we did.
But lovely bluebird on there. And again, 8% ABV. Golden. Peanut butter.
Sorry for talking over you.
You're good, man. It's got nothing else that it says.
The Statement of Purpose. Man, I like peanut butter on a limit. Heather could eat peanut butter in anything.
I like peanut butter.
That's almost a peanut butter body, too.
Yeah. It mimics it. I like peanut butter in, like, brown beers. I think that's where I've found that I really like it. Scent-wise, this reminds me a lot of this Three Nations that we started with, even though this one was Marzipan, but they're both golden.
Okay. Do you have any behaviors which could be considered obsessive compulsive? So basically you're saying OCD?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to admit it. I don't want to answer this question. So we're going to move to the beer.
Yeah. See what you think.
Oh, my goodness. That smells like a Reese's without chocolate.
Yeah. It's peanut butter.
That is... Specifically Reese's, though, is what I smell. Like, I know peanut butter kind of all smells the same, but when you open a package of Reese's, you get that whiff of peanut butter. That's what I smell.
Put your lips on it. See if you... Yeah, no, I'm sorry. See if you feel any different about it.
Alrighty. What is going on? Isn't there a video on YouTube or something? What's happening?
Yeah. I just can't place what I'm tasting.
Oh my gosh. I taste peanut butter.
See, I taste...
But...
I taste... The closest I'm coming is peanut butter and tomato. There's a weird, like, vegetable undertone to this.
I taste straight liquid peanut butter. That's what I taste.
Maybe like a flavoring, like liquid vanilla or something, but it's liquid peanut butter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe that's the issue.
It's just liquefied peanut butter.
Maybe so, because it's got like a almost sour, but it's sour and sweet in this strangely off-putting way.
It's definitely sweet, a sweeter peanut butter, but it is, for me, it is straight liquefied peanut butter is all that is. You don't have, my palate does not feel like there's any beer flavor there. No hops, no nothing. It's just,
and there is so much peanut butter.
I'm drinking peanut butter.
Yeah, it's so there that it's overpowering everything. And a golden stout should kick really well on top of a flavor that powerful.
And this is odd because I would not think that I would rate this beer this high, being that it's a peanut butter stout. But that's decent.
Okay.
That's a 5 for me. Like, it's drinkable.
Okay. I don't want to... And then here's the weird thing. I drink, like, clamatos. I drink enchiladas, right? Yeah. I drink the tomato beers, the tomato juices, even. I love that stuff. I love ketchup. I love all sorts of tomato products. Something about this feels like it's peanut butter. Like, I would agree, like a what do they call it when something's like condensed? You know what I'm talking about?
Condensed? Like condensed milk?
Yeah.
Or do you mean more like, again, the blank in my mind on words for this episode. Do you mean like,
concentrated?
Concentrate. Yeah,
it reminds me of concentrate, like peanut butter concentrate in a kind of a weak golden stout, in my opinion, because the beer doesn't punch much through anything. But that juice from like a raw tomato, like nothing else, no salt, no, you didn't throw basil and
like tomato soup
on top of it.
Like tomato soup.
Kind of.
The Campbell's with no seasoning in it.
It's even worse than that. It's like a watery... Like, if I drank that whole thing, it might make me throw up. There's something about the way it hits the back of my mouth. And again, I love tomatoes in a lot of instances. I just don't like to eat them raw. Yeah. If you do like to eat them raw, you love the idea of concentrated peanut butter, this might play really well for you. The beer is a little weak for my liking. It's about medium body, but I would go with a 3.
Okay.
I actually do think it's a little unpleasant. I don't know.
I think this is better than the Three Nations.
Okay.
And I'm surprised at my own rating. I really am. Because
maybe it's just warmed up a little, and I'm going, because I hate to give the bluebird
If
bottle.
you know my wife, Heather, she loves peanut butter. And I'm okay with it. I like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But I'm not crazy about just peanut butter itself sometimes.
Oh, yeah, but still there.
This is not... It's not bad to me. Like I said, I'm sticking with a 5.
There's a minor character thing in it that I'm picking up kind of in the swallow and on the back end.
Yeah.
I don't think most people will. I don't think it's going to be a problem for a lot of people. And peanut butter, I love. I love that this has heavy peanut butter notes, I'd eat peanut butter every day if I could. But something about this beer I'm not digging.
So do you have any behaviors which could be considered obsessive compulsive?
Yeah. But you said you didn't want to answer, so...
I it's not that I don't want to admit to myself that I do.
Okay.
But, so I guess you want me to answer first?
I'm all right with answering. More like a nervous tick.
Okay.
I mean, is this where you're going?
No, I tap.
Okay.
I think that more of a what's the word for that? That's not obsessive compulsive.
Just a busy
OCD. I think that's more of a ADHD type thing. I don't know.
So mine is it does calm my mind. It makes me feel at peace with things. It's usually touching my nails, but if I am messing with things, I have to do it in a series of 3.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's a lot of the 3 series is a lot.
Yeah.
Of OCDs type stuff. But
and I purposely cut myself off now in the middle of this so that I don't do it the way that I have in the past, because it feels, oh, that's OCD. So if this was a fingernail, right? And I'm just touching my fingernails or whatnot, I have to touch like the middle and then 2 long stroke things on the side. And then like 3 even strokes and then like a small one on each side and a long one across. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's 3s. It's a set of 3s, but I will do that.
You play guitar. Is that something about beats that you're...
I've done that since I don't ever remember a time in my life where I didn't do that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I am 3 obsessed. So.
Okay. Huh. Interesting.
Yep.
So, I have a lot of habits that have...
I really want to hear this.
come about as more of an adult. And not having a very structured home life throughout my semi-teenage years, maybe preteen, teenage years. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Becoming an adult and having more structure to my own stuff, I guess, I've become OCD in a way. So for work, my clothes, I wear the same shirts.
Okay.
On certain days. Like, not the same shirts. I have this shirt that I wear on Monday. I have this shirt that I wear on Tuesday. This shirt that I wear on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Pants are kind of the same way, but all of my pants have become Duluth.
Okay.
Instead of Wrangler. I used to be only Wrangler from Walmart.
Just interchangeable.
But now I'm
pair
Duluth.
to pair.
So, as my pants get older, I arrange them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I wear my best pairs on Fridays. Usually.
Okay. Makes sense.
So, I kind of have a clothing order that I wear to work. If I'm drinking a bottle of water out of a cooler at work or something like that, do not know why, but as soon as I open it, I pour out the top drink. Every time.
Okay.
And I get made fun of at work.
And for your homies?
They ask me if I'm pouring one out for the homies. And I don't know why I only do it at work. But
you don't do
when
it
people are
else.
when a whole bunch of people are grabbing in and out of the coolers, and then people drop stuff into the cooler or something, and the water becomes dirty, or rusty or something. I feel like that top drink needs to be poured out.
I feel you, and you have more reason than most to feel that way, I suspect, right? Because you work in close proximity with the water that comes through people's pipes, so
maybe
a little,
maybe so. But that's kind of where I feel like I've adopted OCD habits as, I guess, an adult, young adult type level. As a kid, I don't remember doing anything like that. It's all been in adulthood.
I feel like as a kid,
I feel like I have more structure and I have more control.
That may be the thing too.
Than what I've ever had as a...
Like, hey, we're not kids anymore. We can afford to wear a different shirt 7 days of the week, you know?
Yeah. So,
I wanted to know what this tasted like with a little hop in it.
Okay.
So I put the bee's knees in it. But I want to say about the bee's knees from Martin House, this thing is still cold. So I think the honey is actually
helping keep it.
Normally they are falling apart and warm at this point.
I think some of what I just admitted about my OCD stuff, I don't even know that Heather knows.
Huh.
So this will be an interesting watch with her.
Oh, dude. That's the ticket. So even if you
Sucker punch.
Even if you're a hoppy beer person, if you're trying to figure out a way to drink the Sucker Punch Tiger's Blood from Three Nations, put an IPA in it. Mix that joker like half and half. It's less of the... I don't know. You get more hop, less Jolly Rancher.
In pouring this, I just realized, and I don't know that this is OCD, but I just realized that I do something else. I mix my tea half and half. Like if I go to Chicken Express or something like that, their tea is just sweet.
Yeah.
If I'm pouring something, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's back to your threes. If I'm mixing something, it's got to be on a count of 3.
Yeah.
And I just realized that pouring that, I did it, and it just stood out to me for some reason.
The OCD behaviors are really problematic with me. Because they're not problematic for me. It's just that, like, wives with teachers.
Oh, that helps a lot.
Yeah. Told you.
That's really good.
You just needed some hop. Wives as teachers or partners as teachers, like they could tell you some OCD stories. Mm-hmm. Like kids that have to like stand up and sit down and stand up and sit down, like, you know, whatever their amount of times are.
Yeah.
Or if they mess up when they're going through their spiel, they got to start over and do it again. And they just like, it's almost like a tick. It's almost like these kids have Tourette's. My oldest nephew has Tourette's.
Okay.
And so like, I don't know that my thing, and especially since I can cut it off, you know, I can stop doing what I'm doing. I don't know that it's technically OCD. It's just always verged on that in my head.
Okay.
Like here's this little weird nervous thing that I do to calm myself. Anyway.
I would definitely go favorite, second.
And then your peanut butter?
Probably third.
Okay.
I think that's how I would go.
So what about your peanut butter?
It was good. Again, well,
that's right.
It was
you
decent.
Went 5.
It was decent, but it was only
right.
a 5. I could drink one. It's great to try. But I wouldn't put it in the top 3 of this lineup.
Yeah, so I still love this, and I love this because we got to talk to the people from Three Nations about Devour at a beer fest. And then we saw a few more pop up in the lineup, which has been interesting to actually see and get our hands on because they seem to be taking the feedback. And they knew we weren't crazy about watermelon as well. So what's cool about this Sucker Punch is... I really do.
Something to help.
Yeah. It's got some other flavors that really make it not just its own thing that you could drink and love, but I would actually want to buy this, a few of these, and just try to mix it with different beers and see what the best outcome is. Because, I mean, just pairing it with a random IPA, awesome.
I would like to line up all of their Sucker Punches and see which is the best. Line up all of their Devours and see which is the best. Because even that Devour, I'm trying to remember back on what we've already had. But that one's really, really good.
Thanks for kicking it with us tonight. Help us keep the combo going in the comments and by sharing our video. We'll see you next time for another round
of the Banter Bar. Peace, beer snobs.
I'll just leave you a little sip in case you want to go back.
I appreciate the sip. I think I could drink quite a bit of this.
I just want to see how it feels in my mouth.
I guess we'll see you next time.
On the Banter Bar.